Welcome back to Jedi Jive, everyone. My name is Jenny, and joining us tonight we have a special guest, extra special guest. It's Boba Fett.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Jedi Jive.
Boba, I got a really important question for you. Have you ever removed your helmet?
No comment.
Okay. Well, I think that says it all.
Anyway, am I in the right place? Somebody told me this was the Boba Fett show.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure
you are
right now.
definitely in the right place.
You sure I'm in the right? Is this the Boba Fett show?
We love Boba Fett here.
Okay.
Not to fangirl all over you, but we're big fans of yours.
Okay, I'd like to see some
Here at
Boba Fett in
Jedi
this
Jive.
episode. Are we going to see some Boba Fett in this episode?
I really think so,
Am I going to get to say anything in this episode?
I mean, you would know. You tell me.
It's supposed to be my show, right?
Did you get any lines? Not for the past couple of episodes,
Okay,
right?
well, you know what? I'm going to get some lines in this episode, and I'm going to ride a Rancor, and I'm going to eat some people with my Rancor, and...
That is all that we all want. I gotta tell you, that is what we have been waiting for the past
Din
6
Djarin and Luke
episodes.
Skywalker are going to go bowling with us later, and it's going to be a fun party.
And we're gonna have soft serve.
Han
and
Solo and Chewbacca
Yeah.
might show up, you know.
We've talked about the
I
possibility,
really want to tell Han Solo no hard feelings for, knocking me into that Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
Also, Luke Skywalker is kind of the reason we're here to begin with, because him and his little band of friends are the reason Jabba the Hutt is dead and this whole power vacuum exists in the first place, so...
You've got some pretty strong feelings about this, Boba.
Well, I think Luke should probably come clean up his mess. Not to mention, this is his backyard, so I don't think that it's an impossibility that Luke is going to be helping me out later.
Inside scoop, ladies and gentlemen, from the man himself. Boba, I gotta ask you, can we see your face?
Yeah, actually, it's
JK, guys, it's Mike!
Oh, yeah,
It's Mike!
like they didn't know.
No, they had no idea, right?
Anyway, I honestly was thinking about this earlier. I was thinking, wait a minute. Anybody that's seen Return of the Jedi knows Princess Leia killed Jabba the Hutt. Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Leia kind of show up, kill Jabba the Hutt, and then just, skip town. Wait a minute. They just left. Now all of a sudden Tatooine's getting taken over by drug dealers.
There's this power vacuum that leaves us in the position we're currently in.
Yeah.
They could show up and clean up their own
So
mess,
obviously
right?
they were taking care of the Empire. They had some serious business to deal with. But you know what? I don't think letting Tatooine fall into the hand of drug dealers is a good thing. And Luke might have something to say about it. So
all kidding aside, last week blew our brains wide open. I'm still honestly processing all the crazy reveals and all the things that happened last week. The top of my wildest dream wish list would be to see Han Solo and Chewbacca showing up in the Millennium Falcon. I can only cross my fingers and hope for amazing
a couple weeks ago I would have called you crazy, but after last
week anything goes. Things could really go in any direction at this point. They've proven that to us again and again. Literally all things are possible in Star Wars.
If they're going to show Cad Bane, I feel like they got to show Bossk. So I feel like we're going to see Bossk in this. Like you said, Han Solo and Chewbacca is not out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a few other characters that might show up, but we're not necessarily trying to do more character reveals. We'd like to have more of let's use what we got.
It's going to be interesting how they balance, because of how huge last week was on so many levels at once. It's going to be interesting how they balance not overplaying their hand, but also not having an anticlimax coming into the final episode.
Yeah.
And what I said last week was there's still so many cards on the table in terms of Boba Fett's story. It's not just about one battle. There's this sort of deep-seated conflict with the Pikes. There's so much going on that I think we're going to be set up for season 2.
Yeah.
With multiple
100%. But now the question is
strings,
is season 2 of Boba Fett just Mandalorian season 3? Since now we know clearly Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are setting up this shared universe. Anybody's story can get told at any time.
It's all continuity happening.
100%, and I love it, and it's
time.
just going to grow and grow and grow from here. I'm excited to see where it goes, guys. Let's see Danny Trejo in some Rancor action.
Oh yeah, bring it on.
We've been saving it. All right, let's jump in and have some fun.
Ready.
Lead a garrison. Why should they risk their lives for this?
No.
Oh yeah, he's fine. He's going to be fine.
Yeah.
He got shot in the shoulder. Everybody agrees.
Consistently so beautiful, this shot. They've
good.
done this shot a few times, but it's so gorgeous.
Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, that's the aftermath of the blast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That is so sad.
Cop Vanth is raising a garrison for us.
Is he?
I agree to their terms.
There's a lot of credits to be made from that orange powder.
Spice is killing our people.
The people who live here need our protection.
We'll stay.
It's a show of good faith, too, that they're not just going to hide in their fortress.
Oh, Cad Bane.
Amazed how well they
Look
did
at
this
that.
character. It looks good as hell.
Did you convince the Marshal to remain neutral?
Yes. Does Fett
Look at
know
that shot. Look at that lighting.
So good.
He thinks they were killed by Nikto speedbikers. We left evidence behind to encourage such a conclusion.
They left the sign.
I didn't realize the Pike Syndicate was so ruthless.
It will take extreme measures to remove them.
I think I have an idea
Oh.
to draw Boba Fett out.
Is he gonna call some other bounty hunters? Bosk, Forlom, let's see. Come on. X-Wing. That's an X-Wing. That's Luke. It's Red 5.
He's Pelimato.
We're gonna get a Luke Skywalker Pelimato scene?
She said, "What's an X-Wing doing here?"
Let's go.
Hello, officer!
Officer? Oh, is it Carson?
That's a Carson Teva?
Quite a coincidence, if you ask me.
Is it just Grogu? Tell me it's Grogu.
Who's there?
Grogu. Autopilot Grogu. It's her buddy. She's gonna be so happy.
She's like, "Hey, kid."
Well, look who it is! Aw,
Oh, Baba.
Oh,
Oh.
that's amazing. R2, okay.
R2's here.
the Mandalorian? He's not here. I don't know. He's on a job in Mos Espa. Well, hello, Bright Eyes. Come here. Grogu? Whoa, that's a terrible name. Well, look at you all fancy. You must be starving. Bring him some dung worms.
Yum,
Yum, yum, yum.
Spoiling him. So he chose the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
There is someone here to see you.
Oh boy. Oh, it's Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Here
We've
we
got
go.
another high
Cad
noon
and Boba.
scenario
Cad and Boba.
already.
Supposedly the dent in Boba's helmet is from Cad shooting him.
Right.
Maybe they'll answer that.
I thought I smelled something.
Oh,
You're looking for a job, you're late.
I've already got a job.
I don't negotiate with gutless murderers.
If that's not the quackter calling the stifling slimy. I paid Marshal Vanth a visit. You should have never left him without his armor.
He's so menacing.
Before you get any ideas, I've got backshooters too.
Who? Oh, they're just pikes.
Let the spice move through Mos Espa, and all this can be avoided.
I will only negotiate with the head of the Pike Syndicate.
You mean the one that massacred your Tuscan family?
Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. Triggered.
Oh,
You know it's
wow.
true. Let's do this.
Oh, let's do this.
Ugh.
Oh, he's got both guns this time.
I can take him.
You're emotional.
I can take him.
Oh, about to get shot. That's Cad Bane, dude.
Tell your client, negotiations are terminated.
You're
He is
going
loving
soft
this.
in your old age.
Oh my god, that
Ugh.
smile.
So good. Man, it's so good.
Yeah, you can't have like two like shootouts in a row, like scene to scene.
No.
Yeah. So he avoided the fight, but damn.
Right?
Oh my god, dude, that looks so good.
The locals are attacking.
I thought we had a treaty.
So did I.
Let the games begin, everybody's getting attacked.
Yeah.
They can do all these transitions, they can do Bosk. Oh my god. Oh, they're getting pushed off the cliff. No! Not the Gamorreans.
Oh, man.
Really? That's a lot of Trandoshans. Fennec.
Yeah, that's right. You better run.
Nice.
Got your back.
Get to the sanctuary.
Thank you.
Manners. I like it.
Okay, well, she just bought some extra loyalty.
Say.
I suppose you'll be heading out. I'm not. It's against the creed. I gave you my word. I'm with you until we both fall.
You know, sometimes the zealotry works in our favor here.
We'll both die in the name of honor.
This is like Davy Crockett at the Alamo.
I was educated on Coruscant. Not that that makes me better in any way.
I went to Harvard.
Yeah.
I specialized in civic council negotiations.
Somebody just shoot this guy.
Give me your tablet. I will write out my statement and what I'm willing to pay.
What's this gonna say?
I have no compunction whatsoever.
F you,
genuflecting or
0 credits.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, is he saying about to get killed? It's gonna say some insult on it, and they're all gonna shoot him.
This tablet bearing the terms of surrender.
He hasn't even looked at it yet.
Nope. 0.
Perhaps we should discuss what you do with it. Nothing. You will leave this planet if you refuse these terms. The arid sands of Tatooine will once again flourish with flowered fields fertilized with the bodies of your dead. His words.
Wait, what? Oh, they let him live. I just wanted to see him just get shot by like 12 different
You know
angles
you
all at
don't
once.
shoot the messenger. Finally, some dual jetpack.
Oh. Yes, Nero. Yes. What? Look at that move,
Just
dude. That was sick.
Keep coming.
So many of them.
I
Whistling
know.
birds.
That's such a classic
Classic,
shot
like,
from like a
Western, yeah,
Western. Yeah.
Off
The guy
top
goes
of
like,
the saloon,
oh!
yeah. Nice.
Yes! It's that bartender.
Nice.
Yeah. Good timing, guys.
I'm sorry about the Marshal.
Gunned him down in cold blood. This planet deserves better.
Here comes the
Yes! Yeah, look at the size of
It's a
this
one-man
guy.
army. Oh. No, don't take him out.
I know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Santo.
He's got a little nickname now,
I owe you
Santo.
a nice long soak in the Bacta tank when this is done.
Don't celebrate too early.
Yeah.
Oh.
Droids.
Oh, look at the gun on top of that thing.
Yep. That is no joke.
Oh my god.
What?
I don't recall ever seeing droids like that.
That is bananas.
Oh my god, they're like droidicas, but they're
God.
They're like super
like-
droidicas from the prequels. Yeah, no, that's not gonna do anything.
Yeah. Good luck.
There you go. Oh. Wow.
Wow, it's too strong even for the Darksaber.
Protect the others.
Rancor. Oh. There we go.
I got a surprise for you.
How about she's like in a little rickshaw?
Oh my
gosh.
What?
Marty McFly on the back of the car, right?
Hey, Mando! Look who's here.
What?
What?
Hey, what are you doing here? Oh.
Whoa! He jumped.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
I didn't know when I'd see you again. It's okay. Yeah. I missed you too, buddy.
Oh.
Stay hidden until the fight's over.
Are you kidding? He's gonna use the Force.
I was about to say he's gonna save everybody.
He's developed some tricks on that bamboo planet. Oh, he caught his baby.
Like a little football. Oh no.
Did she spit out her tooth?
I think. Rancor! Rancor!
Rancor's coming.
Here we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go!
A little scale.
Let's go! Dude, look at this! Oh my god!
Yes! Roar!
And he's riding it.
They're like, I don't know what to do. Even the droids are like, I don't. Yes.
Let's go, dude!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude! Are you serious right now?
What? This is bananas. What? Oh, Grogu's gonna choose this moment and he's gonna come to the rescue. Yes!
Let's go!
What?
No! Dude, don't kill the Rancor.
Yeah. That's it. Hit that thing right in the CPU.
Yes, Grogu, let's go, buddy. Force crush!
Up.
Force crush. Oh, he's
You made the kid angry now.
Oh, look at his eyes. Force crush. Yes.
Finish the job.
Do it.
Do it.
Finish him. Oh
my gosh.
That was awesome. Dude, they really went over the top with the CGI in this episode, man. Yes.
Yes.
Look at that.
This is absolutely bananas.
Where's Grogu?
He is unstoppable. Yes.
Nice.
Tear off that little chicken wing.
Alright, what about Cad Bane? Let's not forget about Cad Bane.
Do not underestimate him.
Gotta see it eat somebody. Gonna feel that in the morning. Eat somebody. Yes. Eat him.
Just a little snack.
Eat him.
You know.
Oh, Wilhelm scream. Eat him. Bite his head off. Yes. There's Cad Bane.
Look at him. Unafraid.
Oh. Oh my god.
He is just unfazed. Woo!
That was easy. Does not care.
No.
Guess Rancors hate fire.
Absolutely unafraid. Like, cool as a cucumber.
I've known you a long time, Boba. One thing I can't figure. What's your angle?
These are my people. I will not abandon them.
Like the Tuscans.
Low blow.
I'm not a little boy any longer. And you are an old man.
I'm still faster than you. Let's find out.
It's my city.
It's Cad Bane, brother.
Consider this my final lesson. Look out for yourself. Anything else is weakness.
Oh! With the Tuscan weapon.
Tuscan weapon.
Oh, we're about to see the end of Cad Bane? No, he's gonna.
No, he's gonna banish him. Never come back. Because.
Oh! Maybe not. Holy shit. You shouldn't have made that Tuscan remark. It pissed him off a little too much.
They really just killed off Cad Bane?
Yeah, man.
Dude.
They threw you out of there, man.
Put your blasters down! Stop shooting!
It's like King Kong.
Oh my god, full King Kong.
Yep. Yet another movie reference that's just like not so subtle.
Glaringly obvious, yeah.
King Kong, baby.
Even that shot,
Yep,
yeah.
Yep.
Here,
Oh.
hang on to this.
There you go, little boy.
Bubba.
What?
Just flipped up
Oh,
on the top
shit.
of it. Whoa. Dang.
Grogu might
Boba,
need to step
your
in here.
pet in line.
Oh.
Look, he's wearing that armor.
Oh my god. Oh.
Sometimes that Beskar really comes in handy, let me tell you.
Where the hell is Boba?
Boba, come get your dog.
Don't worry, kid. Where'd you go,
Yeah,
kid?
the kid went to save his pop.
Yep, he's gonna go tame the Rancor. Yes.
Yes, look at him.
Don't hurt my daddy.
Real little David and Goliath moment right here.
No, he's gonna communicate with him. Yeah, buddy. This is the same music from Mando when he was doing this to the Mudhorn.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was healing Grief Karga. Putting it to sleep.
Oh.
What a legend.
Yeah. It's like a Kerberos at the gates of hell. You have to play it a lullaby,
Yep.
right?
Yep,
Put it to
yep.
sleep.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look
good
at this.
boy.
Good Rancor. Yes.
Good dog. You're a good boy.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Sweetheart. Oh.
Oh.
He's like, Daddy, can I keep him?
it? Yeah.
I'm guessing there's not gonna be a barbecue.
Half of my men were either shot or eaten by a rancor. Is that what you call hospitable?
Yeah, you're all dead. Mayor's dead.
You all had it coming.
Yep.
Right on.
Why does it have to be the right arm?
I feel ya, Boba.
Why must everyone bow at me?
It's better than shooting.
They're all like, okay, boss, what's next?
So the Wookiee gets a melanin weed, though.
It's clearly one of those, like, it's just starting. Like, that's
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
beginning.
What's the next mission?
Yeah. There's Grogu in the... Yes, dude.
No. All right. This is the last time.
Oh, he wants to hit Daddy, hit the button, yeah. Yeah. Put your hands in the air. That's awesome.
Oh my god. Full circle. This is how we began.
Yep.
The whole show. Cobb Vanth, right?
Oh, it's Cobb Vanth. Oh, giving him a bionic arm. He's gonna get a new arm. Okay, so Cobb Vanth is gonna be a mod now.
My man.
Okay, so we didn't get Cobb Vanth in the episode, but clearly they're like he's gonna have a new arm.
My man will live to see another day.
And he's gonna be like upgraded technically.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So now Cobb Vanth is gonna be the new fastest gun because Cad Bane is dead.
That was quite a
I don't want to say it's unceremonious because I don't want to be like, oh, I wanted it to be a little bit more because they really made it so the Cobb Vanth was like poking at him for the Tusken thing and pissing him off, and it was really just like awesome that you got to like kill him with the Tusken weapon that he made, and that it was like a final
yeah.
You know, like I said, you can't have a shootout 2 episodes in a row.
It wasn't the way I expected it to go. I kind of expected it to be the rise above the thing you were born to. He kept saying, "You're a killer. I knew you were a killer," and I thought he was gonna prove him wrong.
Yeah.
And be like, "I've changed. You haven't. Get out of here and never let us see your face again." So I was actually surprised that Boba killed him, but the fact that he used the
we were both like, "Oh, he's gonna banish him. He's gonna be like, never come back."
Right.
Yeah.
I really thought that's the way it was gonna go.
I would have actually preferred that because it would have mean Cad Bane has the opportunity to
not only that
continue.
it would mean we'd see Cad Bane again, but that it would have showed Boba had grown beyond his pre-decided destiny.
It would have been really cool to have Cad Bane as an ongoing character, and I know it seems like you kind of just introduced him end of last episode and he's already dead. Like what the heck? But at the same time, I was surprised Cad Bane showed up to begin with because of how old he's supposed to be, and they did make a remark where he was like, "You're an old
man."
Yeah. He's so it was his time anyway. I'm glad we got to see him in live action.
I think the reference point there too. Last week we talked a lot about the film High Noon, which sets up that showdown in the streets at High Noon.
Yeah.
And we talked about obviously Clint Eastwood, the man with no name, that the whole character is based on. I was getting a sort of Liberty Valance vibe off of this, and it's a John Wayne movie. Yeah. Classic 60s
There were a lot of
Western.
little classic Western things, like you said, shooting the guy off the top of the building.
Right.
Cad Bane even said, "I already got a job." That's a line from Silverado.
Right, exactly. There were a lot of very, very on-the-nose reference points, and I was definitely getting a John Wayne, Liberty Valance vibe. And of course that film basically ends, well not ends, but the climax of the film is Liberty Valance getting shot. So if that's the reference point, you can sort of tell which way that's going to go. I was a little surprised just from a Boba Fett character development point of view, but the fact that he used his handcrafted Tusken weapon to deal the final blow was really symbolic. Yeah. Especially because Cad Bane kept digging that knife into the wound.
And it helps, like you said, even with that particularly the back to tank at the end there to sort of bookend the show with the back to tank situation. Yeah, it kind of just brought it back to the beginning with him forging that weapon to begin with.
Yeah.
And having that, tying that all back in.
And in terms of bookending and full circle storylines, what we saw was that everybody is very appreciative of his protection, his physical protection, as well as his protection racket that he's running.
I thought Fennec was going to kind of turn there for a minute because I thought she was going to be like, we should take Cad Bane's deal and just let the spice, let's make the money. But I guess
but again, that's maybe a sign of growth for her.
She's reformed as well, yeah.
Because we talked about earlier how she was still very pragmatic. She was, she's always had to take care of herself. Mm-hmm. And when we began the show, we could see that she was still very focused on what's the best deal, what's the most practical solution. She was being very realistic, pragmatic, and he was sort of becoming more idealistic, but they work well together. Mm-hmm. And we could see that relationship has developed into true loyalty and partnership, I guess, as well. So that it's not just about what's the fastest buck, what's the easiest solution. There's still this sort of element of this is a crime family, this is a mafia show, but at the same time there's this element of family. Yeah. You never get far without a tribe, right? Yeah. There's actual loyalty and friendship and something stronger than whatever the fastest way is to make $1 that's entered into that relationship.
So, you know what? Actually, the most powerful image in this episode was Grogu putting the Rancor to sleep.
Oh, yes. Again, it's like the three-headed dog, Kerberos, that guards the gates of hell. You have to play it a lullaby on a lyre,
you know what I really love about this is that, in Mando Season 1, he lifts the Mudhorn. Mm-hmm. And only Din is there to see that.
Right.
And Din kind of like tells some people about it, and but it's like Queel and Cara Dune or whatever. And then Grogu heals Grief Karga, and that's dramatic, but there's only like 2 or 3 people standing there. Once again, Cara Dune, Grief Karga, like it's and then when they're getting attacked in that bar with the flamethrower, the flame trooper, he stops the flames with the Force, but like once again, it's just Cara Dune, Din, Grief Karga, and that one stormtrooper who's dead. Like nobody sees Grogu doing this, and it's still sort of this like story that they're telling. Now Grogu has used a significant force power in front of a crowd of people. So like,
even though he chose to come back to the Mandalorian, we saw how much he learned on that bamboo planet with Luke and Ahsoka.
What I'm getting at though is that like now like the legend of Grogu is going to start growing. Like it's going to be public knowledge that this creature can do these things.
Yeah.
It's less of a like 2-3 people saw it, and now a whole street full of people saw him put a Rancor to sleep with his mind.
Speaking of legends, like, it's very funny. One of the earliest of the many sort of like film and pop culture references that we've come across in the course of this season, one of the earliest references we talked about way back in like the first episode was like the Ballad of Davy Crockett. When Boba went off and killed that weird like spider dragon, and then they brought the head back, and you could already see like his legend growing within the tribe, like the legend of the man, just like the Ballad of Davy Crockett. And then there was this definite, again, like Western, but there was this like big Alamo energy when they were all holed up in the sanctuary, right? And the fact that the Alamo is a mission, it's a church, right? And the sanctuary, it's a bar, but it's called the Sanctuary, which has a religious overtone as well.
And it's not really in the desert, but it kind of is in the desert.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's in
Texas.
Texas. Yeah,
but so there was like a definite reference point to that. But of course, like Davy Crockett, they all died. They made their last stand, but like they all died. And in this case, like our guys won the day. They prevailed in the end. But you can see like the legend of this dude, of like Boba Fett, who rode a Rancor.
Yes.
And like beat an entire army of Pikes and God knows who else, and like the odds that they were against. It's it's like the Henry V, the Battle of Agincourt. They beat an army like 5 times their size, right? But they were scrappy, and it's like has that kind of energy to it, and you can definitely see that not only are these folks in awe of him at the end, and obviously like they're grateful for the protection, but there is a real sort of Khaleesi thing. Like he's letting them live freely. And Din Djarin was like, it's called Freetown now.
Yeah.
Boba didn't even hesitate. He was like, okay, tell the people of Freetown. Like he didn't think twice about that. He's like, okay, great, let them be free.
Yeah.
Let my people go.
Yeah, like for real. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that I'm not disappointed that like Han Solo and Chewbacca and Leia, because that would have been like an extra like treat.
I know.
So, but I am a little disappointed that we didn't see Bossk, because I feel like they brought back Cad Bane, and I mean there was just a lot of like references there,
keep in mind,
so many Trandoshans like everywhere. How hard would it have been just to like give us Bossk if you're gonna give us?
At the same time, think of like how many reveals we got.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Over the course of the season, and especially last week.
Yeah.
And consider that we have like clearly there will be a season 2 of this. We've got Ahsoka coming up.
That was very much a non-ending ending.
Right, we're going to have Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah.
So there is plenty of time
like at the end of
Mando
season 2, like the teaser was Book of Boba Fett's coming next year.
Right.
We didn't get any like announcement at the end of this. I was kind of expecting season 2.
Well, I think that's probably because logistically the pandemic has thrown everything back, and they may not literally know.
They can't make any
when
promises
the release
right
dates
now.
are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we know that Mandalorian season 3. I know that their filming was delayed. Actually, I know that like they were shooting season 3 and it was delayed because of pandemic-related concerns. But we know that ultimately, probably sometime later this year, Mandalorian season 3 is coming, and we know that Ahsoka is coming.
Yeah.
And these are all one contiguous story, so we have plenty of time not only to see Bossk and any number of other characters, but to like continue to beef up all of these storylines. Yeah, pretty cool.
That's interesting. The fact that R2-D2 brought Grogu back in the X-Wing in the beginning to me, like, we didn't really ever discuss this. It's like, does that just imply, yeah, he chose
He
Mando.
chose the Mandalorian. We didn't see his little chainmail
Yeah,
at
I was
all.
convinced we were going to see him get shot.
I
and
was
be like, no,
convinced
Grogu got
you were
shot.
right. Like, it
And
made so
then-
much sense because that would have put
Yeah.
it would have put a button on that.
But,
Must
you know,
choose
here we go.
storyline.
Mando season
Right.
3. Here we go. We don't need to be so like, why isn't this story getting told right now? It's like, this story is ongoing.
It's all going to be told.
It's just gonna, it's
all happening.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
loved how how genuinely paternal and protective he
Yeah.
was of his kid. Like, you know, catches him. I mean, the kid is very powerful all by himself, and Din Djarin knows that.
Yeah.
But still, the way he like sheltered him and caught him, and
Yeah.
it was just that's his baby.
Yeah,
That's
and
his
even though Grogu is supposed to be 50 plus years old or whatever, he still has the, like, you know, knocking on the glass, being like, "Daddy, do the thing." Like, he still
Do
has
it
the
again.
Yeah, he still has the like childlike behavior, which is adorable. And
Yeah.
yeah. I love
Loved that we got some, you know, reliable slapstick comic relief out of Pelimato.
it. Yeah.
Rely on Amy Sedaris for the like broad humor
Yeah.
every time. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. There were a lot of little things, like even that obnoxious Major Domo and how much they drew
I
out
wanted
that
them to
scene.
shoot
We
him.
thought they were going to shoot him, and then it turned into like
They even like had a little moment where they implied that like Pelimato and him were like going to start a little romance with each other. Or something. It was, like,
well, she dated a Jawa already.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, it was fun. That's probably not one of my most favorite episodes of the season, honestly. It was good. The Rancor, Grogu, all this stuff. I mean, we got a little bit spoiled with the last couple episodes, and it just...
And also sort of the early action of the flashbacks.
Yeah,
like,
last
there
week
a
was
lot
just
that
so
happened.
insane that it was just bound to, like, you know, we already sort of, like, hit the crest a little bit, and we were kind of
Yeah.
like, we're going to get all these things, and it was still a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it, and I think
They
this was-
did, however, like, they must have blown their entire CGI budget for, like, the year
It was impressive.
on this
It was
one
impressive.
episode.
And at the end,
Incredible.
ultimately, I don't think the whole like left turn into Mandalorian was quite so much of a left turn because like Din really did play an important role in this final fight and in this story. And it, you know, having Din and Boba clearly have when Din was like in solidarity, like, no, that's not how the creed works. Like, I made a pact with you, and I'm gonna honor it until I die. Like, it was like, wow, like just the Mandalorian connection alone.
This is a really interesting moment to me because, again,
even more of a brother.
This
in
is
that way,
this is such a central thing in the Mandalorian that I don't think gets talked about enough, which is that they are religious extremists.
Yeah.
Like, they are zealots. They are
Bo-Katan said it, like, oh, he's one of them.
They're orthodox to the core, and like all other things remaining equal, I'm kind of team Bo-Katan. I'm like, you know what, there's room for everybody. You can worship your own god in whatever way feels right to you.
Yeah.
And I really question extreme orthodoxy and extreme rigidity and zealotry, because that doesn't usually lead anywhere good in the real world.
Yeah.
But there were moments when it comes in handy, you know, like when he says, "I'm not leaving you."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just basic loyalty, but in this case, it's also part of his deeply held religious beliefs. And that worked out in Boba Fett's favor in this case. And it's going to be really interesting going forward into Mandalorian Season 3 when it seems he's going to be trying to redeem himself in these living waters,
Swimming in the waters
underneath
below.
the mines,
Yeah,
right? Like,
that's-
this whole storyline, and it's like, does he want to do that whole born-again thing? Or is he going to continue down this journey that he started
Very
in
true.
Season 2?
And now
You know,
Grogu
removing
is
his
also now
helmet,
selected this
questioning
path
things.
too, so that's going to have
Right.
its own role.
Ramifications, because Jedi Creed, as we've seen, Jedi Creed and Mandalorian Creed are often at odds with each
yeah,
other.
Yeah.
So the way that not only Grogu but Din Djarin himself reconciles all these various perspectives that he's now absorbing, he's being exposed to more perspectives, and he's getting to know other people and their beliefs more deeply
And
than
like
he
you said
has.
last week,
So
ultimately it's Grogu's role to
join,
bridge
to,
those,
to join those two worlds together.
bring the two philosophies together.
So I think that's
and
something
also a lot
really
of people have pointed out how like, well, it's interesting that in Empire Strikes Back, like the whole reason Luke Skywalker is Luke Skywalker is because Ben Kenobi and Yoda are like, don't go, like you can't go to save your friends. It's just gonna lead to the dark side. You're gonna, it's not, you know. And Luke was like, are you kidding me? Like, no, like I'm leaving my training. I need to go save my friends. Like that's what separated Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
He was willing to like
this
put
is
his friends above.
and it's not just, but the thing is
zealotry
about
or
it, that it's
whatever.
not just about putting his friends he's not doing it for himself. It's not just like, I'm going to protect my own. he does what's right, regardless of what any dogma teaches him, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the real thing. You could have extreme dogma at the expense of what's right, or you could have like your own moral compass from which you do not waver. And where those boundaries fall, like where the boundaries between personal moral compass, which is something like inherent or learned, and dogma, which is something external, like how do you find the balance of those things is a real ongoing conundrum for Din Djarin.
But then also in Star Wars, that ongoing theme, it's the same thing with Anakin, Vader, and Luke, and the whole reason Anakin is able to turn back at the end is because of his love for his
love
son.
for his son.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. That's so it's the same thing. It's like Luke, his love for his friends,
grounds him to the world, right?
Anakin's love for his family. Here, Din and Grogu's love for each other.
Yeah.
This is ultimately trumps everything else. Dark side, light side, everything. Like
love is all you
Is,
need.
I mean, and that's
like,
ultimately the theme of Star Wars, isn't it? Like that's gonna. Love defeats everything else and is more important than everything else. Yeah.
All right. I don't know if we could end on a better note than that. Love conquers all.
Guys, it was fun. Let us know what you thought about this in the comments below. If you want to see a fully unedited reaction, go over to patreon.com/JediDrive. Check it out, and we will see you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye, guys.